The holiday of Tisha B'Av commemorates the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem and the expulsion of the Jewish people from Jerusalem and the scattering of the Jews in the diaspora. But when we commemorate Tisha B'Av, we're not only thinking about the loss of this physical place, we're also thinking about the emotional loss that came with our community being scattered, and especially with our community being separated from God. The Midrash, the rabbinic teachings on Tisha B'Av, speak of the Jewish people crying and mourning by themselves, and then God, by God's self, also crying and mourning, with no connection between the two. We find God crying in God's own private chamber, and the angels coming and trying to comfort God, but God never relating to the people. And we find the people feeling totally separated from God and crying and mourning on their own. So the great tragedy of Tisha B'Av, at least according to the rabbinic sources, is that there's a split between the people and God, that each one is in his or her its own pain, but unable to relate to the other one. And so the hope on Tisha B'Av is that we'll be able to reunite ourselves with God. There's a tradition that the Mashiach, the Messiah, who will bring about the ultimate redemption of the world, will be born on Tisha B'Av. So there's, on the one hand, this incredible pain that comes with not being able to have a relationship with God, with having that be ripped apart. And on the other hand, there's a promise that we'll be able to create a more divine and godly world in partnership with God, starting from this promise that comes on the saddest day of the year.